What is up, guys? Well, where the fuck is Cats? I can't even...
You just said I'm out, and then I don't know how... Oh, there he is.
Cats is back. We can start the show. What's up, guys? Welcome to week number 3 of RollPlay. Eban, Cats, I'm so glad you could join us.
Thank you.
Oh, God. Okay, so at the end of last show, there were some issues with the world of Eban. So we're going to go through these. They're a little bit lengthy. All right, so here's how it breaks down. This is for you guys as well as the stream and everyone else who watches on YouTube and whatnot. So it's 100 gold. Also, you guys got all of your stuff for free last week. We're just going to say that you spent no gold or anything like that because I don't want to retroactively do this shit. 100 gold for a gallon of water. It's like pristine. Only barons and nobles drink it. Consider it to be like a super expensive wine or something. And it has to be filtered from a well. It's very expensive. A glass of water, which is 24 ounces, is 15 gold. Now, 2 silver is the cost of crude. And it's not crude water, it's just called crude. And it weighs about a pound in your inventory. Monsters thrive in this world because they love crude and they get by with it. Other races, everything except dwarfs. So, elves, humans, half-elves, halflings, gnomes. I think that's it. All the humanoid races except for dwarfs. They cannot survive on crude alone. So... if you guys go without drinking water for 1 month, you start getting a -2 to all non-damage rolls, a -1. So you have to drink some sort of water, or I guess water, at least once a month. And I'll keep track of that starting
What about,
today.
like, filtered crude?
Filtered crude crude is not water. You can't filter crude to water. So yes, this kind of does fuck your fork filter up a little bit. But
It's a good thing I'm a dwarf cleric, though. So it should be alright.
Exactly. What else here? Okay, so crude filters are installed in every town, and they're created by gnomes. So Ryan, you know a lot about these filters. These filters, they harvest something in the air to create crude. You guys don't know what it is, only that it actually can be turned into crude. And these things are kind of basically worshipped and celebrated in towns. They're very inexpensive to run. They're not hard to set up or anything like that. They're pretty common. And pretty much every town has to have one because that's how life kind of thrives around these towns. They have festivals once a year. I don't know the name of the holiday yet, but it's not the festival. So when we get to that, I'll figure it out. And they're basically like celebrating these structures, these machines that are installed in each town. Rain in the world of Eban is incredibly rare. When it does rain, everyone tries to collect as much as possible because it's pure. There's no acid rain or anything like that. And it's seen as a blessing from the gods. Wells contain acidic water. So, Ryan, this is where your forks could potentially come into play, although I don't see how forks can unacidize water. But we'll figure that out another time.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
They see it as a blessing from the gods. Which god exactly?
It would be the god of the water, of course.
What's their
Narwhal.
name?
Ryan knows it. It's Narwhal.
Alright.
It's funny, they have Narwhal as one of the sizes of whales in the book. I thought that was pretty funny.
Works out.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's Leviathan size. But anyways, so these wells that you guys have been going to, they contain acidic water. It's totally undrinkable, but it's not like acid. It's very heavily acidized water that's not actually going to burn through something if it touches it. It can be filtered and turned into real water if you have the means. It's very expensive, and only water barons have them. It's also something else that gnomes developed, but it is incredibly hard to set up and incredibly expensive. The only natural flowing water exists in the far east and in Narsh in the far north at the Great Falls. I linked you guys a map in the chat, and I will link it again in the actual chat of the show so everyone can follow along. There you go. For YouTube, I don't know. Maybe I'll post in the comments or something. Someone remind me. The other thing is water caravans go from town to town. So there are caravans kind of traveling along from town to town, but they're heavily guarded. And they're usually controlled out of Narsh and have a lot of guards around them. In terms of the food, at the base level, insects are the primary food source in this world. These insects are able to harvest the air, much like the goblin crude machines, and they live off the heat of the world, and everyone eats insects. These insects, have like a ton of protein in them. They're big. They also have some water or some crude in them, so a lot of people can eat them and get food and water from them, provisions from them. They can get quite large, and some races use them as a means of transportation. You guys have not seen any of that yet, though. For the most part, all of the goblins in the past town were riding wargs. Caitlin, the fact that you have, or Riley, I guess, the fact that you have a horse is kind of rare, because those are only really known in the western part of the world, in the Elvish part of the world, because that's the only place where like farm animals exist, because there's water. And
So the
that's
stable I went to, were there any other horses there?
no. There was
It just a
nothing there.
stable
Yeah, it was just a
set
stable.
up, just waiting for someone.
Well, I mean, that's where they park their wolves and everything like that as well.
Oh, okay.
Or not park
Do
their
we
wolves,
still
that's where they keep
do
their
we
wolves.
still have our horses?
Yeah. No, you guys still have all your horses. We'll just say
Why
that.
did they just give us horses?
If you guys want insects, we can make that change, but horses.
So
would be much
anything we
easier to
ride,
deal
like
with.
horses, survives on crude okay, right?
Yes. They can get by, but they obviously would be better with water.
Okay.
I think that's it. You can catch insects throughout the world to avoid starvation. So there's that. In most of the towns, there's insect farms where they're just kind of growing these different types of insects, and that's kind of the primary meal that you're going to get if you go to an inn or to a bar or anything like that. Meat in the form of like beef or anything like that doesn't really exist in the center part of the world. As you go further west, in some other parts of the world, there is definitely meat, but for the most part, it doesn't really exist. It's
Are there
too.
vegetables?
That's the other thing. There are no like vegetables in the center part of the world. There's only insects. That's what everyone lives off of.
Hmm.
All right.
I think that's it for that. I need to open Roll20 because everyone leveled up last session.
Sick.
So
Oh yeah.
you guys
Is
got to
there
roll
no
for HP.
foliage? Like, there's never gonna be a tree that we can hide in.
There's not really any foliage in the. I mean, everything's kind of like constantly hot and or burning for the most part
Yeah.
because of how
Okay.
the world's set up. So, Rich and Riley, since you guys leveled up and you're both fighters, you get +1 to your hit dice rolls. So D20 +1 now that you've leveled up. And Cats and Cobblepot, you guys can memorize 1 extra spell a day. So I think that's 4 for
Sick.
both of you.
Tight.
Sick. Wait, do I get to roll later for my other spells that I didn't get?
Yes, you actually do. We can do that now if you want to say the spells. If you have them in a Skype chat somewhere. I totally forgot that you need to roll for spells.
Okay.
We can also do that during a break if you want, during the first break. But if you remember where we last left off in the campaign, you guys were about to have a fight. So it's up to you.
And do I get new spells, or I just memorize an extra one?
You just memorize an extra one. You just the way that like priest and clerics work is you just kind of the god gives you your spells and you have them. If that
So I have all the spells I'm going to have from level 1 on.
all the spells that you picked.
Okay.
Remember I told you you could have a maximum of 11 spells from that list I gave you?
Yeah.
And you picked 11, did you not? How many did you pick?
I think I picked 8.
Oh, smart.
Okay. Well,
I picked as many as you told me I could have.
Okay, we'll deal with
You're
that
an
after
idiot.
or when we go into the break. I totally forgot that you and Cats need to choose that shit.
Okay.
Regardless, though, let's roll for HP here.
Question.
What's the question?
I was the only one to do my bond thingy last episode, so
That's why you
do I
leveled
get-
up.
Should I pick another one?
Yeah, if you want to. You can
So
keep,
Once
you can keep it-
once you do a bond, you pick a new bond. Like,
yeah, if you complete a bond, then you choose a new one from that list. But let's roll for HP while Cats is doing that. So 2 fighters, you guys each roll a D10.
Oh boy.
So here we go.
big money.
Do you want to go first or should I go first?
Riley, do you want to go first?
Sorry, there were alarms. I missed this. What do I just roll D20 or?
D10.
It's in.
Do you want to go first for your HP or do you want
Yeah,
me to go
sure.
first?
No, I'll go first.
Go for it.
5
okay.
HP. So you have a total
Could
of
be 4.
9 HP now. Rich?
Yes.
Nice. So you have a
Yes.
total of, what is that?
13.
13 HP.
Fuck, you have more HP than me.
Excellent. Wait, do you have what's your constitution, Riley?
She has 14. She doesn't get
Okay,
a plus.
cool.
It
Cool,
starts
cool.
at 15, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ryan or Cobblepot, you want to roll for your HP? You roll a D8.
Oh god. Yes.
So you now have what is that? 13 HP as well.
Wow.
Very nice.
I need to mark all this down. 13 HP, Cobblepot. Rich, you have 13, right? And Caitlin, you rolled a 5, so you have 9 HP. Cats, you want to roll for HP? You roll a D4.
Again?
Yeah.
Can I just stick with my 4 HP that I have?
Yeah, I mean, you'll have a total of 4 HP. You roll a new hit point dice each time you level up. Yeah, so it adds to it.
Oh, sick.
So just give me a D4.
Okay.
Alright, so you now have a total of 6.
Perfect.
Ricardo. I need to fix the overlay. I'll do that during the break. I think that's it. I'm trying to see if there's any other housekeeping stuff. Nope. Any questions from you guys?
I'm good.
Let's do that. What was the fight exactly that we're about to start? Because I don't remember that.
Yeah, so we'll do a quick recap. You guys are in the elven town of Poft. This town is kind of an elven refugee town. The leader told Riley that he would answer any questions that she had if they helped them. You guys agreed to help them, and the reason, or what you're helping is, there was a warg that came into the town that apparently followed you guys. And you dispatched that. You went to talk to the leader. The leader said that there's possibly more out there. And then at the end of the last session, the bell rang, and that's when we ended it, because the bell was going to signify when the 2 archers at the scout towers saw more more wargs approaching. So that's the fight that we're about to enter. Ryan, your mic's muted.
Wait.
Quick question.
Yeah, what's the question?
When I'm giving you my 4 spells,
Yeah,
can I pick the same one more than once?
totally.
Okay.
Wait, do we give you spells right now?
Yes, that would be good.
Okay, 4, right?
Yes, 4 for the day. Try not to metagame that too much. At the last time, Cats, you chose Grease, Wall of Fog, and Shocking Grasp. So I assume you're going to choose those 3 as well, plus 1 more.
Okay.
And Ryan, you chose...
I just added 1 then.
Let's see.
I chose roughly the same thing. I just added 1 more.
Cool, yeah. That works. All right, so to jump back into the game, I'm trying to think immediately what happened is, Ryan, someone bumped into you, remember? And they told you that Rich knows more, or Rich knows... What was the exact line that I said, Ryan? Do you remember?
About...
Remember, someone bumped into you and he said he knows more than...
the peasant knows too much or something
the peasant knows too much.
Something
and
about
then
Neil.
you turned to Rich and you saw he had kind of a blue aura around him, and you were the only one that could see this apparently. And then right when that happened, the bells rang. So that's where we're at right now. What do you guys want to do?
I want to keep looking for more wargs to kill.
Yeah, we should probably defend the castle.
Did we see incoming intruders, JP?
I mean, are you looking for some right now?
I'm just saying last week, did we?
No, you did not. You just heard the bells ring.
I will yell at the guy at the tower, "Hey, dude, how many people?"
He kind of starts looking around because he hears this voice, and he turns to you, and he goes, "There's 4 wargs with 4 goblin riders."
Okay, I think I have a plan, guys. How long can you hold them?
He looks down at you and like, I'm in a tower, elf. How can I hold them? Like, what are you talking about?
The doors. How long can they hold?
There's no doors. There's no. Get over here and help me. There's no doors to this town.
I knew that. Okay. Okay, guys. What are we doing?
I look to Riley.
You look to Riley.
Yeah, I look at Riley like, I don't know, what do we do?
I look
Oh,
at
I
Rich
see.
and I say, Rich, you seem to have grown in strength recently. You should lead the front lines.
I was hoping you guys would have some sort of battle strategy other than walk up and hit them with metal objects.
Me, I do. I can cast grease, and then we can shoot a fire arrow, and they will all get a they will. All...
With our bow and fire arrow that we have handy.
Well, those guys have bows and arrows.
Excellent! This
JP?
sounds like a great idea.
Do they have fire arrows above us, JP?
No,
Okay,
they
Brooks
just have
likes
regular
that. I
arrows.
don't think it's good.
They have regular
Is that how it
flight
works?
arrows.
Okay.
Mm,
So the fire is probably not going to happen.
fine.
The grease part could happen.
JP,
Yeah, what's up?
what are their arrows made out of?
They're arrows?
Yeah.
Basically, what they did is they condensed char into a like metal tube, basically, and
Char?
then like the char on the ground, and then heated it up, and it formed a pretty solid arrow. And I just made that up on the fly because wood would not exist.
All right,
Awesome.
that's exactly what I was saying. That's what I was going for.
Yeah,
Looking
Obviously,
for
it's
loopholes,
very
trying to make you squirm.
I got you. I
Okay,
got you.
so
Carbon.
how
you
are
know.
these guys a threat if there's no doors to the castle? What can they possibly do to get in?
They can ride right.
No. There's
through.
no doors or walls.
And there's not really a castle.
Come
That's-
in.
Oh,
It's just a town, kind of.
Ricardo, can you ask the guard if they're all together for me?
to
I
what?
don't have- If all the wargs are together.
What? All of them together!
He turns down. He's like, "You guys are still standing there. Get in the. They're riding kind of side by side. I miscounted. There's 3 of them now. One must have split off or
good.
something. I don't know where he went.
Oh shit. Okay, guys, let's go. Someone lead the way. I'm too weak. At least.
You got
strength-wise.
this, Rich. We're right behind you, bro.
Hopot, aren't you our leader for the week?
Just because I'm leading. I'm saying what to do.
Fair
Doesn't mean I have to
enough.
stand in the front.
All right, I'll stand by you, Rich. Don't worry.
Well, I
I'll
just
be
need to know what to do. I don't know where we're going, really.
We're
As you
gonna
guys are kind of
fight.
all standing around there, the elven guard that fought the warg prior, that talked to you, Ricardo, he kind of
Yeah.
just walks by you guys and walks to the front lines.
Oh, cool. Okay, guys, for meat shield. I say that, but not for him to hear me. And we say, okay, let's just walk behind him.
All right, so we take up a defensive posture, I suppose, behind the elven guard.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be behind everyone.
I'll stand beside him. I'm not gonna cower behind him.
So the setup is elven guard with Riley next to him, and then the rest of you behind that in kind of a line. Is that right?
I'm directly behind.
Okay. Rich, where are you at? Are you on the
Front
front
and
line?
center.
Okay.
Front and center.
So 3 fighters on the
Fucking
front, the priest, and the wizard behind. Okay. So you hear the archers kind of pull back their bowstrings, and they each get a shot on one of the wargs. One actually hits, and wow, 2 hits. Okay. Let's see here. You guys can tell me what you're doing as I make these rolls.
Okay, I'm just chilling. Apparently, oh wow, they're good. Those guys are good.
I'm
Why
just
are
getting
they
ready
good?
to attack. I'm not really sure what they're doing. If they're like rushing towards us, or if they're in range.
Oh, that's rude, Ryan.
What'd you do, Ryan?
He's eating pizza. I'm hungry.
You can eat pizza,
Okay,
man.
yeah, it's messed up.
Okay,
Okay.
so
I-
you hear the archers, and you kind of hear them string their bows or whatever. They take a shot, and both of them exclaim they're about 15 yards out right now, and they're quickly approaching the town. And the elven guard in front of you kind of starts walking forward a little bit, but slowly, and he's got his shield up.
Okay, guys, they're all bunched up, so as soon as they get in range, I think I'll cast Sleep on them. And maybe if we get lucky, we can, like, 4-2 or 4-1, maybe.
How much damage did the 2 hits do?
You have no idea. You
All
don't
right.
even know if they hit.
Do we need
Okay.
to roll for initiative here, JP?
Not yet, because they're not... I mean, unless you guys are going to meet them, like, face-to-face, are you going to do anything from afar?
If they're just attacking and our archers are getting free shots, I'm going to stay put.
Yeah, let's stay put. 3 shots.
Okay. Well, they were only about 15 yards out, so now they are kind of front and center at you guys, and it's time for initiative. So whoever wants to roll for that.
Who should roll, leader?
I'll roll. I'm standing in the front.
Do it, Rich.
Ah, no, not D410.
D410 with...
Somehow I wrote 410.
You roll 7. They go first. Okay, so these 3 wargs, you see one is kind of, he definitely has some blood. They're white wargs, so you can see some blood on his kind of back right shoulder-ish on the front right leg. And they start riding towards you guys, and they go to attack. 2 attack the Elven Guard, and 1 attacks Riley, who is on the front lines.
Why me?
So one of them hits the Elven Guard, and the other one goes to attack Riley, and she kind of dodges out of the way. So that misses. And the... where is the D8? I lost my 8s. There we go. Okay. Your turn.
Okay, guys, I think I could sleep him.
Sleep him!
Okay. So you shout sleep. Let's look at the spell here. Sleep spell is be within 30 feet of each other. Totally are. The number of creatures that could be affected is a function of hit dice or level. The spell affects 2d hit dice of monsters. Monster with 4 plus 3 hit dice or more unaffected. All right, roll a 2d4 for me, Ricardo.
2d4?
Yep.
Okay. That's for the AoE, right?
Yes. Or no, that's the amount of amount of creatures it's hitting.
Okay.
6. Okay, so these wargs are right on top of you. You did 6. So 6 hit dice of monsters. Everyone. Is that right? 3.
Is everyone but me asleep?
Okay. Neil, I told you I would ask you questions.
Yeah, bring it on.
There's 3 wargs. Each one has 3 goblin riders, and there's 5 of you. How do I determine which people are slept?
So you start with the people with the lowest hit dice. That would be the goblins. They have 1 hit die minus 1 HP.
Yeah, so they're all
So they would
asleep.
be targeted first. You have to also think of the area of effect. Would the other people be within, 30 feet of each other? Or 20 feet?
Yeah, 30 yards is the range, and the AoE, the special. It says AoE is special.
Yeah, but if you read the description of the spell, it says all targets
30
must
feet
be
of each
within
other.
30
You
feet
guys
of
are
each other.
totally within 30 feet of each other.
Okay, if we're within 30 feet of the targets, then whoever has the lowest set of hit dice would be targeted, which I think
It's
if
you.
wargs have more than 2,
Wargs
then we
have
would be
3d,
targeted next.
3 plus 3, so you guys are... Okay, so yeah,
we would be
this
targeted
is
after the
what
goblins.
happens. The 3 goblins
Wargs, we
fall
eat our
asleep.
bodies.
But we all
And-
get saves versus spell.
Yeah, okay, so give everyone... all 4 of you, all 3 of you rather, roll a save or spell for me, which is...
He
Oh,
affected 6 hit dice worth of creatures, so that should be 3 goblins and then 1 of
wargs?
us. Right? Yeah, because we're 2 hit dice creatures at this point. So 3 goblins and 1 of us would be affected, and then you have to determine which one of us is the closest to that area. Or
Okay.
the weakest,
Gotcha.
the lowest hit dice of our hit dice.
Well, then that would... Both of those answers are Riley. So Riley, give me a d20 save versus spell. And it should be on your character sheet what your save versus sleep is. right, Rich?
Yes.
Where do I?
Lower left corner, just above the money, to the left of the HP spell.
So just spell?
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
need to roll that number or higher on a d20.
What is that number?
Oh, mine's 17.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough at level 1 and 2.
Well, yeah. You don't get extra
Especially
save
for
till
fighters.
3, right?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
fighters always have bad save for spell on.
Oh, it's plus.
Oh!
All right, so yeah, you kind of start to daze, but then you just kind of shake it off, and you're alive. Everyone else in the party sees these 3 goblins kind of slump over on their wargs, but they don't fall off. What do the other 3 of you do?
I pull out my sword and I try and plunge it into the nearest warg that's running at me.
One-handed or two-handed?
Two-handed, come on.
Okay. So they're medium-sized creatures, so 1d8? Or no, d20 plus 1. 'Cause you're level 2,
D20
right?
plus 2 because I'm specialized with my bastard sword and I'm level 2.
Right.
So, Rich, we should be careful not for them to wake up from the fall.
I'm attacking the wargs, but yeah.
Fine.
If you hit something that's asleep, do they wake up, JP?
Yes, I would imagine they would.
Alright, attacking a warg, two-handed.
d20 plus 2.
Oh,
You totally miss.
oh,
You go to kind of...
oh.
I assume, are all your strikes, Rich, you answer this for me, are all your strikes kind of overhand because it is such a big sword to swing two-handed, or...
No, I could go from the side, or maybe I might stab. You could do all sorts of things with 2 hands.
Okay, I wasn't sure how weighty the two-handed bastard swords are, but regardless, you miss. You kind of just like go to
They weigh
attack.
10 pounds.
Okay, yeah, that's not too bad then. You go to kind of swing, and it basically just lands right to the left of the warg, missing completely.
I'm
Cobblepot
gonna-
or Riley,
Oh, okay.
or whoever wants to go. Now.
I'll go first. So I'm gonna like just jump to my feet a little bit to make sure I actually am awake, still kind of confused. And then I'm just gonna slash at the same warg that Rich slashed at with both my swords.
Okay, so you roll now a d20 plus 1 and a d20 minus 1. Right, Rich?
She's ambidextrous, right?
No, she's just specialized or proficient in two-handed weapon fighting style.
Oh, she's okay.
Two-weapon,
Two-handed weapon
yeah.
fighting style. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Two-weapon
yeah.
fighting style. So regardless, you miss.
Yeah.
You kind of strike. You kind of
I'm
strike
still
down
tired.
with. Yeah, you're obviously still a little shaken from the what would be the effects of the spell, and you don't really give it your full effort. You kind of strike down and miss the 2 wargs in front of you. Cobblepot.
I swing at one with my wrench.
Okay. D20. Yeah.
9.
You go to hit with your wrench, and it misses completely. You just kind of like strike at the air in front of you, and look around to see if anyone's impressed or saw you, and a little bit nervous about it. The guard in front of you guys goes to hit one of the wargs that attacked him. He's actually hitting the one that looks to have the blood on its right leg, and he totally hits it. So he goes to hit it and gets a good chunk right into kind of the same leg, and his blade goes about halfway into the warg. And I believe it's time for initiative. So whoever wants to roll.
Wanna roll?
Go ahead.
You do it.
So I don't want to roll, but
Oh, I'll do it if no one
I'll
else.
do it. No, I'll do it. I'll do it. It's D10, right?
Yeah.
Yes. What'd you roll?
An 8.
Shouldn't have rolled.
They roll... Yeah, they go first. The same 2... well, the warg that just took the blow from the elven guard in front of you guys goes to hit him. And he actually... when he goes to hit him, he kind of commits to the attack too much and kind of falls forward a little bit, and the goblin rolls off of him in front of him. And he's kind of stuck now. He just committed to the attack too much. He really wanted to get back at the guy and was unable to. So there's a goblin now on the ground, and that warg is kind of slumped down as his leg was not able to support the attack that he was trying to do, and he's kind of fallen on the ground. The other 2 wargs go to attack Riley.
Where's Rich in all of this?
He's there.
He was beside the owl. I'm on the other side of the bridge.
The two wargs go to attack Riley, and they kind of attack at the same time. And as they're attacking, they basically hit each other in the head and miss completely.
Do they
Bill's turn.
damage each other?
No, they don't do damage or anything. They just kind of... It's like, you know, when you see in baseball when two outfielders are kind of running for the same ball? That happens, but they don't actually collide. They just fuck up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Party's turn.
Has the downed goblin woken up, by the way?
He rolled off, and he's kind of coming to. He'll be awake by their next round.
I swing at
Alright.
the downed goblin.
Okay. D20.
Did I get a bonus because he's down?
Yeah. What is the normal bonus for that, Neil? Is there one? I was gonna give him a +2.
They're on the ground.
Yeah, kind of face first on the ground. Is that just a +2?
Right.
I can just make it up and give him a
No,
+2.
there's a specific thing. I just don't remember it off the top of my head right now. I'm kind of blanking. The target is stunned or prone. If they're lying on the ground, it's a +4 to hit.
Okay, yeah, you get a
Sick.
+4.
With the melee weapon, with the missile
21.
weapon, it's actually a penalty.
Right, because there's less of them to hit. Yeah, you actually crit him.
Nice.
He's not wearing any armor, so
Cut his head off.
it's a bludgeoning weapon. So you'd have to like bludgeon his head off.
And bludgeon his head off.
Let's
That
see what he
sounds
rolls
good.
HP though.
Oh, shit, I opened up the wrong character sheet. What do I roll for
I
damage?
believe it's 2d6 for.
Don't I get a
misses, but
+1, I think? Or am I wrong?
I think you're wrong because you're not. You're
Okay.
just proficient in it.
Okay,
Not
2d6.
specialized. Is that right? Did you roll a d6 for your attacks? Is that what your character sheet says?
What weapon type is it? Oh, yeah.
It's just a mace. It should be on his
From-
character sheet.
I opened up this character. Do you have a link for it? I opened it up and it's blank. The one that I...
Don't download it to your computer. Don't open it up in a browser.
I can just look up maces, and yeah, I'll send you your character sheet.
This might be it. No, fuck. I have so many things called character sheet. I have to find the right one.
Money. and
Footman's mace or
equipment.
horseman's mace?
Footman's.
Footman's mace is d6 +1, so it'd be 2d6 +2, because the
Yeah,
weapon
yeah.
damage is at +1.
Yep, 2d6 +2.
Okay, cool.
Let me send you your character sheet.
12.
Easy.
Yeah, you totally, you kind of give it your all, and you hit the goblin's head, and it explodes like a watermelon.
Sick.
You
Sick.
kind of get some blood on your shield, and
Did you guys see that?
That was sick, bro. Fist bump.
Good one.
Yeah! Combat.
yeah, in combat you're
They just
doing
like
this.
turn around and fist bump and go back to killing wargs and goblins.
Exactly.
I'm down.
The funny part is that goblin had 1 HP. All right, Ricardo, Riley, Rich, what are you guys doing?
So what's left on the battlefield? There's the 2 wargs and 2 slept goblins on top.
3 wargs and 2 slept goblins on 2 of them. The warg that was hurt does not have a goblin on him anymore.
What's stronger?
You ask what's stronger. The wargs are
No,
definitely stronger.
The wargs are stronger than the goblins?
Yes. Rich, what did you ask?
What is the relative positioning of wargs to me and the other 2 melee fighters?
The one warg that fell down on because he tried to support himself on his hurt leg is right in front of the Elven Guard. I guess you guys didn't tell me where you were kind of lined up position-wise. Riley is to the left of him, and there are 2 wargs turned towards her, and then you are to the left of that. So you could
Okay.
definitely get a side attack in on that one warg if you wanted.
Okay, I want to. Okay, I'll go for the side attack, and then I want to see if I can't shuffle behind them at some point. Like I'm going to try and rotate around, so my front would be to them, so my back would be to where they came from. If I can do that at some point, that's what I'm going to try and go for. But I'll go for the side attack right now.
Okay, yeah. So you're rolling d20 +4 for side attack.
3.
It's just
Side
another
attack's
+1.
just +1, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So roll for that. So, as you're trying to position yourself behind the warg, you go to strike at it, and the warg I guess, sees you coming or something and kind of sidestep, and you are really excited about this hit because you think you're going to hit him. You try to give it all of your strength and might, and then you realize that your sword is kind of stuck in the ground a little bit because you struck so hard.
Sweet. Game terms, is that...
Game terms is you will not be able to move next round to try to get behind him, but you can pull your sword out and go for an attack.
Sweet.
So where's Rich positioned now?
If you're standing with two wargs facing you, he is he is northwestish of you, if you think about it in that way. Like, warg's right in front of you, and then to your left, next to the warg, is Rich with his sword stuck in the ground.
I'm going to try to go for the legs of the warg that's closest to Rich, but as I'm attacking it, I'm going to yell at Rich and ask him if he was planning on using me as a meat shield.
Wait, what? You're gonna ask Rich if he's trying to use you as a meat shield?
Yeah.
What is your character's physical build? Heavy, skinny, athletic?
Athletic.
There's not enough meat on you to be a shield.
Shots fired.
Shots fired, man.
Shots fired.
Are you just attacking, Riley?
Yeah, I'm attacking.
Okay. First, your right-handed weapon misses. Are you right or left-handed? I forget.
Left-handed.
Your left-handed weapon misses, and you're attacking the wargs, right?
Yeah.
You kind of go to strike against him, and it looks like it's about to hit, but he kind of dodges at the last second. Is that everyone?
No, you guys are sucking. No, it's me, but I don't know if I should attack. I don't want to get in range. I'll just get... Am I in range to attack anyone? Like if I wanted to shocking grasp someone?
Yeah, you could totally shocking
Make
grasp
sure
them.
Riley sees it, dude.
You'd have to walk forward a little bit, and you could totally touch the downed warg or the other two wargs. But
Okay, but they're like apart from each other, so if I go for the warg that's by itself...
if you go for the downed warg, the other two will probably not really notice you or care.
Okay, I will go and shocking grasp!